T.O. Blaze.
Hey there, this is Tio bringing you a special Kerbal Space Program video. Today's video I'm going to show you a bunch of different satellite variants that I'll be launching. And I'll be sending all of these satellites to Duna for future missions. I'll have lots of connectivity around Duna. So there you saw my basic launch, very typical. And here's my vehicle with all the different satellites attached to it. I'm going to go ahead and release our first satellite here in a moment. It's going to be a telescope that's going to be in an orbit between Kerbin and Duna, so it can detect asteroids and comets around Duna. So currently I can't see any asteroids, but once it's deployed and the antenna is deployed, you'll be able to see those asteroids in the tracking station. So there's the first satellite for the video. Don't worry, I will show footage of all of these little satellites at the end of the video in their glory, just so you can get a visual of how they all look and how they were all constructed. Sorry. So the purpose of this video, I got a notification from YouTube a while, a couple, 2, 3 weeks ago, I think, that I had reached 10,000 views, and I think that's cumulative of all the videos, but at least 2 of the videos in particular, I had several thousand views, which was a huge surprise, and especially considering how long ago they had been released on my channel. So I don't know why all of a sudden they had appeared in searches or recommendations all of a sudden, but I'm glad they did. I appreciate that, viewers liked it enough, and the algorithm determined that they were at least being clicked on enough and watched enough that enough folks were exposed to it. So if you guys like the YouTube content that I'm putting out there, please leave a like and comment and subscribe. I really appreciate the interaction I get with other KSP players. So here you see I'm just releasing a few different satellites around Duna. That was a Starlink satellite, for those of you that might recognize that design. I must admit I did Google actual satellites for some of the builds that I did. A few of the satellites are basic KSP designs, so that's the narrowband resource scanner, the the I guess the normal resource scanner, the one that's placed in a polar orbit. There's the normal relays. I'm placing 3 around Duna, 3 around Ike, and that's pretty much it. Those are the main functions of satellites in KSP. The other function could be, I guess, a satellite. I'm sorry, a science probe. So if you just need to gather science off of the surface. So that little box satellite that you're seeing in front of me is one that I thought I would spend a little bit more time talking about. That's a PSS-C2. It's a picosat, and it was the very last payload or satellite released from a space shuttle. The Atlantis is from launch STS-135, and the reason I wanted to talk about it is I actually attended that launch. It's the only launch I've ever attended. I went down to Florida with some buddies and got to watch the Atlantis take off for the last time back in July 8th, 2011. That was a very fun, memorable experience. So that was the last satellite that this vehicle put out into orbit around Duna. Now I'm ready to send my crew home. They're going to splash down into the ocean around Kerbin, hopefully, safely. Put them in I'm going to try to get a rendezvous with Kerbin with a nice low periapsis around 20 to 30 kilometers. And that'll get me safely into the atmosphere with enough drag where I can slow down, deploy my chutes, and I'll go back in off screen. I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. I'll go ahead and circularize the orbits of all my probes. But here you see my different satellites and the fun designs. You can do a lot with satellites in KSP. They can have lots of different shapes and sizes. Commonality is they all need a probe core, they all need batteries, they all need an antenna, and they all need a means of recharging those batteries. And also, most of the time, they need their own propulsion, although it's not technically a requirement. If you put them out in the right orbit, they don't need or CS or liquid fuel or oxidize or anything like that, but it's nice to have. So I'll be using these satellites in future missions in my sandbox. I did want to come to the Red Planet, and very soon. I've got a couple video ideas, so I actually tried filming one, and it didn't work out because it didn't have connectivity back to the KSC, and I like to use the ComNet. So you can disable the ComNet, but I choose to leave it enabled. But I appreciate all the viewers on this video and previous videos. Again, this is a celebration for all the different for the different viewers that I've had, the 10,000 on a couple different videos in particular, but in total. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like the video if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. I will respond. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next time.